When it comes to embroidery, I'm a beginner. I found a lot of this stuff in my mum's stash, and I just knew one day that I was going to use it. But you know what? I thought I was going to use it to make a junk journal. I had no idea I was going to go on this journey until I saw Rachel's new project reveal about the new Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And it's volume 4 called Treasure Hunt. I've never done one of these before or any challenge before, so I'm a total newbie. I have no idea where to go after this video, but what I'm going to show you is what's inspired me to gather all of this stuff. So I've got so many beautiful things that were my mum's and my grandmother's and a few other people's mums and grandmothers that I now have here on this table. I'm no stranger when it comes to fabric. I have worked with fabric for a very long time. I've worked with fabric and leather. I put this fashion show on back in 1992. I made all of this clothing here. I made my own patterns, and this is my handsome son. He's wearing a leather bomber jacket, and he's 40 now, by the way, and still very handsome. This suit here is made of silk. I absolutely love this fabric. I wish I had some scraps, but it's all gone. And this gold fabric here is lame. If you've ever sewn this fabric before, you'll know it is a little bit difficult to sew. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I didn't know until I picked it up and started cutting it and sewing it. So I am no stranger to fabric. However, I have never embroidered before. So this journey is new to me. This fabric here I got from Licello in Victoria, Australia. I found that it would be easier for me to just buy a bundle of fat quarters. I like this piece here, and that's what attracted me to this bundle. The rest of it, I didn't even have to pick out because they are the experts and they selected all of these fabrics to go in this bundle. It's a blend of cotton and linen. So I know that this is going to be beautiful to work with. I haven't even unpacked it all yet. I've just left it like this so that you can have a look at it first. So that's the first bit on this table. I've got lots more than this, but I don't know what the prompts are in the challenge, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. So let me show you what I've got here. I think this is a vintage hoop. I'm not 100% sure. I had a look in Spotlight and their hoops look really new and different. So I think this might be a vintage hoop. This was Mum's. And that was in with these pieces here that I'll show you when I get all this stuff off. So that's one piece for inspiration. This little ballerina it's been broken off my jewelry box when I was a child. And I made Mum's birthday cake. I sat it in among these flowers. I made these flowers out of royal icing. So Mum was a cake decorator and the apple didn't fall far from the tree. So I made this cake for Mum, put the ballerina in among the flowers, and now Mum's a crafty angel. I found this ballerina in her stash, so I had to bring it home with me. So this made it here in the treasure hunt. This one here is a china cup that was my grandmother's. She loved china cups, which most grannies do. You'd visit Nana and she had a cup for you, but they're so beautiful. The flowers on them is what inspired me to add this to my treasure hunt. These little doilies I got off Marketplace. They're very fine lace work. I had two butterflies and I've used one. So they are going in there as well. This was my grandmother's watch. The glass on the top is broken, but it's inscribed on the back and says, "To Irene from Pat." And Pat is my grandfather. He was murdered when my grandmother was pregnant with my mother. So my mother never met her father. So that watch is very precious. This was Mum's little sewing kit. It's just got a few little sewing things in there. So I included that. This was a handmade hat pin that was in Mum's things. I'm not sure whether she made it or one of her friends gifted it to her. So I made another pin, which I often do. If I see something in Mum's, I copy it. So I made one, and it's just it's not a proper hat pin, it's just using some jewellery findings. This piece here, all of these little bits here are from Marketplace, and there's a story behind this, but I'll tell it in another video. This is just such fine, I think it's crocheting, but it's needlework or crocheting, and they're just little baskets or thimble holders. So that is the sweetest little thing that I've added to the treasure. And these were all little needles. This is the crewel needle. There's a few more of these here. There's quite a few actually, but I just thought you only need to see a couple of those. Gorgeous little packets. And there's a thread tidy. There's lots of thread tidies that were included in this bundle that I got off Facebook Marketplace, and that was another one. I don't know if you buy these in the old days or if Grandpa made them. This is from a Singer sewing machine because it's got Singer stamped on the side. This is a pencil that was in the same stash. So I've just showed you these materials. I'll put these out in a photograph in the end, piece by piece. This was my husband's grandmother's piece. Don't know whether she made it or not. I have no information on the background of this piece, but it's definitely been hand stitched and handmade. I just love this, the plainness of the calico, and then the contrast of this lovely golden fabric. And these are the laces that were in a bundle that I bought off Facebook. There's so much of this stuff, and these beads were included in it as well. And this is a hanky that was in Mum's stash. She was given this. So she was involved. She was a secretary in the club there, the Returned Soldiers Club, of something along them lines. But anyway, Mum met my father in the Air Force. So that's how long Mum was involved with the return service. So that was a hanky she was gifted. So I put that in here as well. These pieces are what I found in Mum's stash, and it's still got the needle in the calico here. I'd say this was going to be a cushion, but I love how she's used the same colour thread on the calico. I don't know what these stitches are. By the next video comes out, I probably will. I'll be having a crash lesson on embroidery, but there are 2 stitches on this one. I'll call this fabric piece 1, this 2, and this 3. If you know what the stitches are, please let me know. I need some help along the way here. I will be doing some video watching, and I'll figure all this out as I go along. I'm not going to try and learn 50 stitches in one go. I'm only going to use a few stitches on my journey. So this one here I absolutely love, so I'll learn these 2 stitches. But that is looking pretty nice to me. So that one there is piece number 1. We'll call this piece number 2. They're the same stitches, but there's a few more in here in the middle of this crisscross flower. That one's got some quilting on the inside. And this one here, I love this one here as well. Mum was a really good painter. she hasn't appliqued the fabric on here. She's actually hand painted this fabric and then stitched around the edge. So I'm really loving this piece as well. So this is number 3. The same stitches have come from here to here, but she's just changed them up a bit. She's done some around the edge there and some around the edge there. So I absolutely love these pieces. These are Australian gum nuts and Australian gum leaves. Oh, here's some pearls that were in Mum's stash. These are shell-based pearls, so I possibly will be using these somewhere. I won't take them off the string. If anything, I'll probably just stitch them onto something if the prompts fit the need to use the pearls. And this ring was in Mum's stash too. Mum handed me down a lot of costume jewellery, so I thought I better wear this one today. This was in the same stash as this one. I don't know why they would have such a large pin, no coil at the end. So I don't know if this has got anything to do with crocheting or not. So if you know what the use of this pin is, you can let me know. So I love it though, whatever it is. Here's some more costume jewellery that I found that would definitely go with all this stuff. All these lovely colours that just seem to be working. This adorable little pack of buttons. They've been stitched onto a paper backing. They are so sweet. I hope to be able to use them somewhere as well. And I've got a bowl of potpourri. So I've included this potpourri in my treasure hunt as well. Now I'll just show you through these fabrics. I can't wait to see what the next step is in this challenge. It's like really new to me, honestly. I've never done it, as I said, so I'm really looking forward. Oh, look, I just love this fabric. I have not stopped and looked through this myself. This is the first time I've seen it. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to this. I can tell you that. I'm really looking forward to this. And I'm really looking forward to meeting all you ladies who embroider. I have been watching Corrine from Queensland in Australia. Corrine, I was born in Mosman, so I'm a Queenslander. I'd love to catch up with you one day soon. And a shout out to Create and Craft with Christine from Australia. She introduced me to Le Cello in Melbourne, where I got this beautiful fat quarter bundle from. Thanks a lot, Christine. I hope to catch up with you soon one day as well. Well, thanks for having a look through my treasures, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.